Up and gonna jump. Okay, we got this.
Come on, come on!
Hello my 7 Deadly Sins family and friends, welcome back to another video. I apologise for not uploading one yesterday. I did record them, I was just so tired to edit, and looking back at them they just weren't great quality. So I'm going to redo them all, hopefully with a better quality, and it will be a good time. So I'm going to go over Abyss today and kind of showcase how difficult it is, maybe how required certain characters are, and at the end, some things that could make it easier for you. So first, I'm going to showcase as if I would have my normal team. I've switched in a lane instead of having like a Slater or a Bug or something like that, just for the shield, because Abyss does a lot of damage. So we're going to showcase how fast Jericho feels burst bar. Just to preface, my Jericho has all elemental burst efficiency on this. She's got cold burst efficiency on the accessory with the whole efficiency set, and even on the weapon, be it quite low percentage, she's got cold burst efficiency. So overall, she is pretty stacked with burst efficiency, basically about 75%. If we look at her passive of her engraved gear, I have level 2, so it's going to increase burst gauge even faster than a level 1. On top of that, it reduces burst resistance by 25%. So in reality, she's getting like 100% burst efficiency, so she's going to do it really, really fast. So let's get into Orgot and see how it goes. I probably am not going to do clears with Jericho, because I guess you'll just kind of see. So yeah, I'll see you in Orgot. So here we're going to start with actually a lane, so then we can get the shield straight away. I do have my Book of Stars ready, that is good. Do not forget the chest here. I have not gotten it, but it's right back there if you can see. So let's get this on. Bit of another buff. Switch over, dodge the attack. Got hit. Look, even with that shield, the amount of damage I took was mental. He's jumping over a lot today. But I do have a lot of burst efficiency. It's still possible with Jericho, and that's what we were worried about, if it was even possible. So I'm going to jump out, and we're going to go showcase Guila, how fast that goes up. And then we're going to switch over to Diane. So we're going to start with Elaine again, just for the shield. If you do know the shortcut, it's quite good. But there's also this golem. So if you go through that blue portal, you will meet the golem mini boss in this dungeon, similar to the gem golem in the spider dungeon. And because it's Abyss, it actually gives 130k gold, so it's more efficient for gold farming, but you won't get the ores. So let's get the shield going. We're going to go straight into Jericho, go behind her, and I got hit, but it's a lot slower. I would probably compare it to Dragon Hell, maybe even slower than Dragon Hell, because it just has so much burst resistance. So I'm going to wait until it resets. I'm going to just try and dodge this. Hopefully my ping isn't too bad. If I hadn't got knocked back at the start and I was positioned behind her better, I would have probably got her burst bar filled. So let her run over to me. Going to dodge out the way. Do this again. And then look, there we go. So it's so much slower. It is a lot slower, but still possible. So let's switch the gear over from Jericho to Diane, and then we can compare the efficiency. I obviously don't have the extra 9% efficiency on the earring that this has, because it rolled cold, and I was mainly using Jericho. So with that done, this can get another 1.5%, because it's not level 5. I'm only level 1, but this is not going to help me with burst. It does have burst efficiency as well, which is quite nice. So let's see. So compared to 75%, we're getting 60... We're going to get just over 70%. So it's very similar. It's very similar. And because Jericho has her own burst resistance down, it's quite handy having Elaine in the team with Diane, because if we hit an enemy, we could decrease their earth burst by 20%, not 25, 20%. So if I hit this, they're going to have very, very close burst efficiency. So now let me switch the team, switch this out for Diane, and we will jump into Orgot, showcase that. So once again, we're going to start with Elaine to get that shield. She also has a max blazing book, which means that her first strike will help us do a bit more damage. We're going to try and do a quick run. I might speed this up because this will probably be a longer video. Great game, great game. But let's see how this goes. So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to switch to this. Okay, so that was pretty fast too. And now we can switch to this. And nuke. So Orgot is still weak to dark, but the amount of how tanky he is pretty insane. I didn't have as much buff as I could have, but that's not a problem. I'm gonna die because I wasn't paying attention to my health. More kind of showcasing the burst efficiency and a little bit of damage from Meliodas. So if we have a quick look here, if we look at Orgot, his weakness element is earth and darkness. That's why we burst a lot faster with earth, and Meliodas still does decent damage. If we have a quick look at Guila, because we're going to go to Guila now, if we look at her information, once I get there, look, she's only weak to earth. So we're going to burst, and you'll notice when we burst, right next to her health, you can actually stun her. So once you get the earth burst, if you hit her enough, she'll be stunned, which you cannot do if you have Jericho bursting, which is an important note. And then I'm going to showcase Meliodas' damage. So once again, we're going to start with Elaine, so we can get that shield. Hopefully we don't get hit. And we can keep the shield, so not only do we have a bit more earth damage, we just won't die as easily. So get through the portal, hopefully it doesn't bug. Lovely jubbly. Get the shield going. We're going to do this for the burst efficiency. We're going to switch to... boom. Okay. See, what's going on? It's so buggy. Oh, now she's moving. Oh my gosh. There we go. Earth burst already. You can see the stun window, so we're going to hit a couple times. And then we're going to switch to Meliodas to get the darkness burst. So, look, I'm doing way less damage. My full combo, and he's not dead. Again, I did not have buffs, which is fine. So now I'm going to go with Diane, her ultimate, and this is to showcase why she's so strong. I was nearly dead. Now I'm back to full health. And I've got my earth burst back again, right away. Like, instantly. And it's so good. And then we hit her one more time. Or not. Okay, we'll just quickly clear her. There we go. Diane is just so good for this. And you might think, oh wow, that's still quite a lot of damage. Like, oh, that's still quite a lot of damage with Meliodas. My Meliodas is P10 and max limit break longsword. Like, not many people have this. So you can do it. You can do it because I'll show you a video in a second of my friend. He's only got a P5 Meliodas. He's got limit break 3 on the longsword, which is completely possible with free to play. we've got the SSR chests for weapons, and he's salvaged them. He's crafted a couple whilst we were waiting for this update to get to Limit Break 3. So it's totally possible for free to play to do if you want to just focus on Meliodas. And he cleared Orgot and Guila solo. I've only got the video of him doing Orgot, but it's just like concept, you know. So I'll now show that, and then we will go back and look at Daisy afterwards. So see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. We have switched out Manny for Daisy, not Diane, my apologies. I haven't leveled her up. I've just really running out of resources because I'm building so many things for you guys. I did get level 2, which is quite nice. Only 111, which I'm pretty sure is the lowest. I always get that. But basically, when allied heroes receive a crit chance boost, we're using the lightning spec, and I'll show you why in a second. Lightning damage goes up, we don't care about that, but when it reaches max, we get an extra 25% crit damage. With this, it decreases crit resistance. When you put the street lamps down, which is this, we can use this ability, which is her Q, and it increases all allies crit damage by 15%. So with her engraved gear, that is 15% plus an extra 25%. That's 40%
Quick maths.
just from that, which is really nice, and it can be used in any team. You get even more if you have in the lightning team. But this is basically you can place turrets down. This is what the street lamp is, and it shoots, and increases lightning crit damage and crit chance. We don't care about that. What the important thing is, these shoot really fast. They don't do a lot of damage, but they shoot really fast. So if you're struggling with Orgot, for example, and even Guila, and we'll show this. If you burst them and have these down, they're going to stun so fast. So this can make it a lot easier for you, so then you won't get hit as much. So let's quickly go into Orgot again and showcase this. I'm not going to do a full run because I'm trying to keep this video short for you guys. But yes, here we go. So we're going to start with the lane again. Shields and burst resistance down. Do this. Go over. And the street lamps last quite a long time. So we're going to do this. We're going to switch to this. Get the buff, crit damage buff. Street lamp down. Move out the way. Street lamp down. Diane. And then we're going to switch to Meliodas. Look at this. And he's stunned. He's stunned. He's done nothing, and he's stunned. and now he's dead. You might not be able to one-phase it like I've done, but that's by the by. He was stunned so fast. Like, that is just mental, you know? So even if you're not nearly as built out and you have Daisy, this is kind of like easy mode. You get the shields from Elaine, you've got shield from Diane if you Earth Burst, you know? And then you can just try and nuke as fast as possible with that, with whoever your DPS is, and then just repeat. And I didn't even play this fast at all. I could straight away have done my combo ult and try to nuke. So let's go over to Guila and see how that goes. Okay, we're back at Guila. Same kind of thing as we've done before. And we'll see how this goes with the stunning. But we do, so in comparison to Orgot, his stun gauge is there the whole time. Whereas in here, you need to have Earth Burst. Oh my gosh, I've not done this very well. But I'm through. Whew. Okay, shield. Get closer. She's going to jump back. Ready? She's going to jump back. We're going to do this. We're going to get this down. Get the buffs. We're going to get the 2 turrets. We're going to go into the Earth Burst. We're going to ult. Just for even faster Earth Burst. Earth Burst. Do this. And then she's stunned. And now you can nuke. And I have taken no damage because I keep getting shields, you know? And she's stunned. She's still stunned. I'm pretty sure. It's pretty nuts, right? So we get the buffs again. Get the 2 turrets down. Switch to Diane. We're going to ult. For Earth Burst. Do these. Try and get the stun. And she's stunned. And then you can go and nuke. Like, wow. You know? Yes, she's kind of... her main element is Earth. But as a support... for in any team, really... because not... so you can... I'll go over how she can support in other ways too. But with Lightning... stun so fast. And you're getting those that crit damage buff. Like, wow. You know? So, let's jump out of here and I will kind of show 2 ways you can choose to use her as a support. So not only can she use the support with her lightning book, lightning weapon, and with the crit damage and crit resistance down as we showcased. Even if you ulted, you could even reduce the crit defense by 50%, which is wild. You could also use her in her wind spec. So this is better for more of a wind team because it reduces wind resistance. But if you have a look here, the flash fruit increases all allies' crit chance by 5% for 40 seconds. That's a long time. Whilst the stance is maintained up to 4 times. So if you've got a ton of crit damage, for example, but you're lacking crit chance, here's a free 20% crit chance, which is a lot. It's a huge amount of crit chance. And then other than that, it's just more... she even reduces crit resistance for 40 seconds, up to 24%. Like, she's just such a good support. If I wasn't making videos, would I consider pulling for her? I'm not sure, because I would rather wait for anime characters like Escanor and stuff. But you can't say that she's just not useful, because she has so many uses just with support. Now, with her main weapon type, which is her Earth, Sword and Shield, it's more of a bruiser, but she can nuke. One big hit, kind of similar to Axe Meliodas, like really hard if you like kind of wail for her, which I don't have, and I'm going to showcase Earth Daisy in another video, but it is this one. You go and you do all the prep, and then you basically hold this charge, which is like the swinging attack, and then you basically do one big punch and it does huge damage. I've seen a whale do this and hit over 1.2 million. So, but we'll showcase this in another video as more free-to-play levels of damage. But yeah, as a bonus thing at the end, you might have saw like a tiny little sneak peek at the beginning. I'm going to showcase me and my friends' speed run of Orgot together. I'm going to try and lower the volume down at the end because we were so excited at the end, and it's pretty cool what you can do. Other people have done even better than us, but enjoy this speed run. Let's do this.
Back.
Yeah, nice. That was a good way to get through. Oh, headbutt.
Oh, and gonna jump. Okay, we got this.
Come on, come on!
Oh.
Did we?
Maybe? Maybe?
So yeah, that was pretty awesome, right? In such a small amount of time, this is supposed to be the hardest difficulty, like way harder, and yet we've just melted it. And not those other guys weren't even like whaled out and P10 etc. like I am, so it could be done faster. Anyway, I hope you have found this video helpful. Maybe has helped you decide on your SR selector a bit more, and what you might need to prepare for an abyss. And if you did like it, or if you've got any advice, maybe I didn't do things quite right, please let me know in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.